Welcome back. Canterbury, that's where we're headed. This medieval city is an easy day trip from London. It has jaw-dropping views and enough history to make your head spin. It's no wonder that it's one of England's most visited destinations. Nicole and I set out to make the most of her last day here in the UK, and I figured this might be a good time to test the extent of her TfL navigation skills.
St. Pancras. How are we getting there? On the train. No. Central Line. Yep. To King's Cross. No. Oh. To St. Pancras. No. Bond Street. No. Oxford Circus. Oh, right. That's right. Yeah. And then we get on what line? The blue line. The Victoria line. Yes. Good job. And that takes us to King's Cross, St. Pancras. That's St. Pancras.
In her defense, I kind of just threw the camera up and started quizzing her. And little does she know, that's about to become a regular occurrence throughout this episode. Next, she successfully navigates her way through Oxford Circus Station.
Nailed it, Nicole.
And King's Cross St. Pancras Station until we find our way to our high-speed train to Canterbury. I don't know about you, but I always have this moment after I found my seat. The announcements come on, and I find myself holding my breath, waiting until the city I'm trying to travel to is announced.
This is a southeastern service to Margate. We will be calling at Stratford International, Ebbsfleet International, Ashford International, Canterbury West.
Upon arrival, we make ourselves known as tourists and find our way to Westgate, the only remaining medieval entrance into the city of the original 6, and the largest surviving medieval gateway in all of England. Westgate was built during the 100 Years' War to defend against foreign invasion. It resumed active service during both World Wars as part of the city's air defenses. Today, it houses a museum, escape room experiences, a restaurant, and private event spaces. And it is pretty cool that you can drive under it. We make our way to the heart of the city, walking along Canterbury's brick-lined streets, admiring the old buildings.
You know when you walk past an old building and you can like smell it? No, that's not a thing. That's a thing.
No, I don't have the same experience.
No, oh well, I just have an experience. Apparently I'm a total weirdo, so whatever, that's fine.
And passing a number of vendors and performers, it makes you wonder what it might have been like to walk these streets during medieval times. I guarantee you that we wouldn't have seen these, or large crowds of guided tours.
Feel like you're missing out on a tour?
Let's go.
Hijack a tour?
Yeah.
The Norman Cathedral still dominates Canterbury's skyline, giving 21st century visitors a similar sense of astonishment as it might have given our medieval mates. Take Nicole's reaction, for example.
It literally took her breath away. She like died. She's like, I'm not crying. Like, lost her mind. Yeah. You want to go? Yeah? Okay, let's go.
We then proceed to take a wrong turn and find ourselves completely shut out by the city's medieval walls.
The medieval walls are currently keeping us out. Doing their job.
Using the cathedral's tower as our guide, we finally start making our way back into civilization. But not before doing a
pop quiz.
What did I say? Since you're here as well, I'll put the questions up on the screen and you can play along, or maybe help Nicole out. Ready?
Canterbury is set in which county? A, Somerset, B, Kent, C, Essex, or D, Devon? B.
Kent.
Correct.
Great job, Nicole.
Yeah, nice.
You're a little cheater.
I'm not a cheater.
She goes, it's on the sign.
It's on the sign over there.
Historic building of Kent.
Finally, we arrive at Canterbury Cathedral. I've really been looking forward to this part, only to find it partially covered in scaffolding. It's just my luck. Pro tip, if you are planning on visiting the cathedral, give yourself plenty of time to wander through the grounds and well-maintained gardens. It's well worth your time.
Pop quiz. Might have ruined it, but that's okay.
I'll explain in a moment.
Canterbury is home to England's oldest what? A, horse. B, toilet. C, school. Or D, tea shop. Yep.
This is what happened before I even read the question aloud.
Speaking of conference center and school.
This is me realizing what I've just done.
Oh no, I just gave it away. C, school.
This is why I will never be a pub quiz master. Never. Or a teacher.
Was it actually? C, school. Well.
Moving right along to 597 AD, when Pope Gregory the Great sent a monk to Canterbury to re-establish Christianity in southern England. This is when St. Augustine established the first cathedral in Canterbury in this spot and became England's first archbishop. You could admire ruins from the original monastery on the north side of the grounds. And then enter the cathedral through this heavy wooden door that leads into the crypts. Filming is not allowed in the crypts, but take Nicole's immediate reaction and facial expression as indication of how epic it really was. Here are some of the highlights of our time inside Canterbury Cathedral.
I liked the crypt the best. I liked opening that really old door.
Yeah, opening the door and going down to the crypt was really funny.
that felt really
Your
cool.
face, you're like,
It was cool.
highly recommend. 10 out of 10.
I didn't see a ghost though, so
No ghosts.
that's the only thing I'm disappointed about.
Yeah.
Thomas Becket didn't show up for us today.
He didn't.
Thomas Becket is one of England's most famous archbishops, who is said to have been murdered by order of King Henry II in 1170. After exclaiming,
"Who will rid me of this turbulent priest?"
I have no idea how he said it, but that works. 4 of his knights set off for Canterbury, entered this part heart of the cathedral, swords in hand. No, we did not see his ghost, but I can tell you that standing in the presumed spot of his death for the duration of afternoon prayers that came through the overhead speaker gave me the heebie-jeebies. We return to Buttermarket Square and wander into this traditional English pub for pies and a pint. Ooh, caught me not making eye contact there. This is Nicole's first pie. She's pretty stoked. Ben pretends she's never seen HP sauce before. It's time for a post-pie
Pop quiz. We are in the market. The Buttermarket. The Buttermarket? The Buttermarket.
I swear we only had the one.
We are in the Buttermarket. It is outside of the cathedral. It is, yeah. The question is, what was the original name of the Buttermarket? Ooh. A, the Bulb Market. B, the Barn Market. C, the Bull Market. Or D, the Bun Market.
Oh shoot, those are hard. I'm gonna go with bulb. A for bulb market. It's shaped like a bulb.
You gonna lock that in?
I'm locking it in.
Just going with A, bulb. That's wrong. Oh, yeah, it's bull.
Oh,
the answer is C. It's the bull market.
That was my second guess.
Okay, so bull running occurred along these streets.
Oh, like bull,
like actual bull.
Oh, okay.
Most people associate that with Spain, but actually it was really popular in England. And specifically in the 19th century. And so they would do bull running here.
That's wild.
That's why.
So why did they change it to Buttermarket?
I don't know.
The square is said to be over 800 years old. There has been a public house in this spot for over 500 years where we had lunch. And it's assumed that the square stands over Roman remains and tunnels that lead into the cathedral. The name was likely changed from Bull Steak to Buttermarket like 200 years ago when a butter market started to be held in the square. Shocker, right?
Let's establish this for a second. You're 5'5".
That's not a tall door.
People were short.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
People were short.
Shall I ring the doorbell?
No, please don't. Watch your step.
We head out for a post-lunch walk and make our way to the outer edge of the city center in search of St. Martin's Church.
Originally built in Roman times, AD 597. Apparently, the oldest church in the English-speaking world. It is cool.
Remember our monk, St. Augustine? Well, he used this Roman church as the original base for his mission. When you enter this squeaky wooden door, you are led into a small chapel space with original Roman walls and an incredibly knowledgeable volunteer to help you along the way.
That's great.
That was really cool.
There's a volunteer in there.
He was great.
And he told us all of the things. And it was so interesting. Okay. Done. We need to find some river situation.
Water. We need water.
Some water. Some gardens and some water. So we're gonna go find that.
Some witches.
Witches?
Yeah.
Okay. Find the witches.
While in search of water, witches, and gardens with 2 S's, we make a pit stop in a small park lined with headstones.
Speaking of headstones.
Oh no. Is that why you wanted to come in here?
No. It just worked out quite well. In the mid-14th century, Canterbury had the 10th largest population in England, at about 10,000 residents. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Which events reduced the population to 3,000 by the early 16th century? A, the flu and the Great Fire.
This is gonna be really embarrassing.
B, the Black Death and the 100 Years' War. Or C, the Red Wedding and the War of 1410.
This is not fun. I don't know when the 16th century was. I don't know.
Would you like to hear your answers again?
No, I'm gonna go with B.
You're correct. It was the Black Death and the 100 Years' War. Part 2. Pronounce this word.
This is the worst. Plague. Did I say it right?
I think so. Because I think I was saying plague. You guys are the best because you keep me so honest. So it's not plague, like as in play. It's plague.
Plague.
Is that even a word anymore? No.
We find our way back along Canterbury's medieval city wall, through Dane John Gardens. Where you will find a great view of the city if you're willing to climb. Past Canterbury Castle, which by the way is closed due to falling stones. Yikes. We did miss Old Weaver's house, which has a Victorian ducking stool, likely a replica, perched over the river. So no, we never found Nichol's witches. And we finished our Canterbury adventure back where we started, in one of the most beautiful gardens I've ever seen, Westgate Garden.
Last pop quiz. Which Charles Dickens novel was inspired by Canterbury, which he lovingly referred to as his favorite child?
That's Dickens with an S.
A, The Personal History of David Copperfield. B, The Indecent Exposure of Donald Crust. Or C, The Simple Truth of Danny Coyle.
Ooh, I have no idea. B. Danny Crust. What was his name? Crust?
Yeah, Donald Crust.
Donald Crust.
No, that was a made-up Michelle answer.
I liked that.
The
name the
answer
best.
is The Personal History of David Copperfield.
There you go.
Canterbury has inspired numerous literature and artistic works. It's overflowing with cultural and religious history, and it really is an excellent day trip from London. It was a great way to end my sister's visit in England. Let us know in the comments what interests you most about Canterbury, and if you feel brave enough, feel free to share your quiz results with the rest of the abroad community. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.